I get asked fairly often, how did you learn all this? Are there books I can read? Is there courses I can take? What can I do to learn more about this hobby that I've fallen in love with? And I always kind of have, I don't know answers. So today, I've got 5 ways in which I think you can actually do better in your hobby. Maybe you're already doing some of them, but all of these together really do build a strong foundation to continue learning and get better forever. My first tip is to start a small friend circle. This is not Facebook. This is not YouTube. This is not social media. This is you and a few others who have like interests like you that care about your fish and whether they live or die and you as a person. Now, you might find this at your local fish store, you might find it at a local club, you might find it on a small forum, right? Now I realize forums are kind of social media. You might even find it at the corner of Facebook where you find a group with 26 people. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the Facebook group with 22,000, 196,000. I'm not talking about the comments section of our YouTube video that gets, 12,000 views, 100,000 views, whatever it is. I'm talking people that you'll know their name, they know your name, they know you just got an aquarium last week. How's that going next time you see them? Get that, because with that, you can share your personal experience, they'll share theirs, and you'll level up so much faster. So if you got 3 friends, you're gonna learn 3 times faster than if you go it on your own. Do yourself a favor and subscribe to Amazonas magazine. I don't get anything from them. In fact, I let my subscription lapse because I haven't had time to read it. That magazine does pay people to write educational articles. Some of it might be a little too in-depth, depending on where you're at in your hobby, but there's something there for everybody, and it's not that expensive to get dedicated things that will basically arrive in your mail that you can read, whether you're on a flight, whether you're in the bathroom, whether you're just sitting on a hammock, no matter what it is. It's something to get away from the distraction and go, hey, I'm gonna dedicate some time to learning about my hobby. What I like about it is the information is usually kind of cutting edge. The articles that come out every couple of months are the latest we know about the subject, not like going to buy a book from 30 years ago, 10 years ago, where the information might be a little bit outdated. They might be referencing products that no longer exist and things like that. Usually each one has a theme, so it might be catfish, might be shrimp, might be killifish, whatever it is, but people save them because they're like little novels on the subjects. Join an aquarium club. If you have a local one, great, go join that one. Hopefully it's not too far of a drive. If you don't have a local one, join our club. Yes, here on YouTube we have a club. We do speakers every month. We pay them, we send them equipment, all of that, and they are usually experts in their field, whether they're from a vet, whether they breed fish professionally, whether they have studied shrimp, or whatever it is their specialty. You basically get an hour to 2 hours in depth. They're gonna live stream, they're gonna answer Q&A, and it's kind of basically the version of Amazonas or something like that, except you don't have to read. And I usually find a way to fit that in, whether I'm listening to it while driving or whether I'm on a plane. And so for $5 a month, something like that, or if you go to your own local club, the dues are probably 15 or 20 bucks a year, but you do have to drive and all of that, but they have auctions and other cool stuff. And again, find that smaller community that you can interact with and get some informational sources coming towards you that are fairly independent. I gotta be honest. My job here is to make you click and watch and do whatever I can to make that happen. It is not for me to make sure you understand it. And so that might take 10 hours. And these people, their goal is to study something and then make people understand it over long periods of time. Experiment more and watch social media or participate in social media less. Now I realize I'm telling you basically don't watch videos like this, because videos like this are topical, right? I'm telling you how you could get better at your hobby, and you're gonna go use some of these resources to do that, but nothing beats hands-on time. So you stop watching so many YouTube videos where people are telling you how and what you should do. Instead, go do. And then you can be the person going, here's how I did, and joining a local club or that small group going, hey, I bought an auto feeder. It was great, or it was terrible, or here's what I learned, or did or didn't work with flake food. You now have first-hand experience instead of, well, I read reviews, and the reviews said all of these things. I don't know. Put the social media down, myself included. If you want to stop watching right here, hey, do that. Get your hands wet, go get some plants, go do stuff. Look at, what's going on in here. All of those things will trump anything I'm ever gonna teach you, because you'll be learning in your own water, in your own brain, in your own comfort zone, and I can't know all of that. I can do my best, but my best is still never as good as you being hands-on. Level up your hobby by setting up an aquarium, put some fish and some plants, and give it an attempt of, I want it to look cool, and then do nothing. Don't do water changes, don't scrape that algae, don't clean the filter, just do nothing. You can test the water, you can observe. The goal is to learn. What would happen to this algae if I never do anything? Will it go from diatom algae at the beginning, to green algae after that, to blackbeard algae after that? Maybe it's staghorn after that. Learn these things instead of always fixing, because what you're gonna learn is sometimes these things fix themselves. Oh, look at that, I had too many guppies, and eventually this other fish started eating the babies. Problem solved. I had too much algae, and then the algae went away because the tank balanced itself. You're gonna learn all of these things that you can't learn in a book. You just gotta sit there and watch, and not enough time is spent watching the disaster. If you fully understand how it went downhill, you can very easily spot in all your other tanks, ooh, it's starting to go down that path. Now I could correct that. Or I know, yeah, it's going downhill, but when it gets to the bottom, it smooths right out and we keep on trucking. So if you still want to level up even more, watch this video here. We've got tips and tricks for you that'll level you up just that next level.